My wife and I have just disembarked from a 13-night cruise on board Celebrity's Solstice-class ship, Silhouette. Neither of us had ever cruised before, and we'd been looking for something special to do to celebrate our honeymoon. Would this be the trip of a lifetime or an epic and costly fail? Please keep watching to find out. On a wet August afternoon, we set sail from Southampton with a severe weather warning in place and Storm Anthony creeping towards the channel from the direction of the Irish Sea. With suites slightly out of our price range and Aqua class fully booked, we opted for a concierge class balcony stateroom. We had room 9334, and I'll be posting a more detailed video showing a tour of the room. We were both very happy with this selection though. Quiet, a good size and plenty of storage space. Storm Anthony was determined to make his presence felt, but actually it was not too bad. By midway through day 3 it had calmed down and the weather was getting warmer as we cleared the Bay of Biscay. We woke up day 4 to the sight of the Moroccan coast as we sailed through the Strait of Gibraltar, approaching our first stop, Malaga. Our concierge class tickets meant we were invited to a champagne exclusive event on the helipad to watch ourselves docking at the port. This felt like a nice touch. We'd not booked an excursion here and opted to walk the 30 minutes into Malaga rather than pay €5 for the shuttle. Quite a sweaty walk at 31 degrees Celsius, but we were rewarded by the beautiful Cathedral of Malaga. As cruise noobs, we decided to allow ourselves a lot of time to get back, so after grabbing a quick ice cream, we returned to the ship with plenty of time to spare. We used the next sea day to sample the spa and enjoy a pre-booked couples massage, which actually was a real highlight of the cruise. Next to the spa is a large gym, which we both used at different points in the cruise. Next stop was Cagliari on the Italian island of Sardinia. This time the shuttle was free and we enjoyed a nice amble up to the top of the city away from the crowds. We enjoyed a cool drink in an old square, then headed back down via the beautiful and quiet Via Stretta before stopping for some tasty Italian food. Day 7 was the second of 4 port days in a row, and we stopped at Civitavecchia in the region of Lazio on mainland Italy, about an hour and a half from Rome. We had booked an excursion to Tuscania, a nearby village in the bordering province of Tuscany. The tour guide was excellent, the village and countryside stunning, so different to the busy port cities we'd been in so far. The tour culminated in a trip to an olive oil farm, sampling the local bruschetta, oil and wine. It was truly good to get into a more rural area and enjoy a taste of Italy while learning about the history and culture of the region. Back on the boat, we enjoyed another stunning sunset as we headed north up the Italian coastline overnight to La Spezia. Here, we had another excursion booked to the Italian Riviera, stopping in Rapallo and Santa Margherita before taking a small boat to the stunning but busy Portofino. Here we ate great food and admired the super yachts of the rich and famous before heading back to our ship. Marseille was our 5th stop, which we found to be quite run down. However, we found our way to the old port and the historic Le Penier district, where we shopped and ate crepes. By this point, we were really looking forward to a sea day and relaxing on the ship. Celebrity Silhouette was a great ship, though we have nothing to compare it to, as was our first cruise. There was a great selection of complimentary eating places, the main 2 being the Grande Cuvée dining room on decks 3 and 4 and the Ocean View Cafe, which is the buffet up on deck 14. There's also a selection of specialty restaurants which cost extra, usually $50 to $60 per person for your evening meal or $30 to $40 per person for lunch. We tried the Lawn Grill, a burger restaurant, which was okay. Cuisine Le Petit Chef, which was my favourite for both the novelty experience and the great French food. We also enjoyed a nice Italian lunch at the Tuscan Grill. We loved the entertainment on the cruise and went to the theatre most nights. There were showings at 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m, and in spite of the fact that our cruise was pretty full, we never had a problem finding a good seat. There were singers, dancers, acrobats, musicians and comedians here, but also musicians playing throughout the ship in different venues. We also enjoyed the lawn area up on deck 15 with real grass and a large screen showing movies and other programmes. The pool was a different story, which during the day on sea days was pretty crowded. People seemed to ignore the rule to not reserve sun loungers. Even the indoor adults only pool could get pretty busy. It was the summer holidays, and so there were a lot of children on board. We mostly avoided the outdoor pool, going first thing in the morning for a dip in the hot tub when everyone else was still in bed. There was a great selection of bars on the ship and also a cafe. Our most frequented spot was the Sky Lounge on deck 14 at the front of the ship. Here we participated in trivia games and also one of the many game shows that happened at different points in different areas. Sky Lounge becomes a nightclub around 11:30 p.m, but we were never up that late. Neither of us are big drinkers, so we did not buy a drinks package or even a non-alcoholic one. This was absolutely the best decision for us. You can get tea and coffee for free in different places and also a selection of juices, punch and lemonade in the buffet, which for us meant the drink package just wasn't worth it. There were also shops, an art gallery, a casino, all there to keep you entertained throughout the cruise. Our last stop was Cadiz in Spain. We took an excursion to the beautiful whitewashed village of Vejer de la Frontera, where we broke free from the group and wandered around at our own pace. We then headed to the coastal village of Conil de la Frontera for some hastily eaten paella before heading back to the ship. We then had 2 full sea days to relax on the boat as we headed back to Southampton. Overall, it was a good experience and a real opportunity to relax. I was impressed by how big the cabin felt, as I worried we would feel claustrophobic, but actually this became one of my favourite parts of the ship. There was a good mix of food, though was possibly getting a little bored of it by the end. We regretted going in the school holidays as we don't have children ourselves, and there were a lot on board. Areas such as the hideaway, which in other videos I have seen seemed quiet, often had kids hanging out in it. There's also the library area, which neither of us went to throughout the cruise. We enjoyed the excursions as can be a good way to get away from the ports themselves, especially if you like to see more rural areas. Would we cruise again? Yes, definitely, though perhaps on an adult-only cruise if we don't have children ourselves, and perhaps at a less busy time of year. People seem to rave about the Baltic cruises, and that is something we'd like to try next. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video has helped you get more of an idea of what a cruise on Celebrity Silhouette would be like. Please check out my other videos, and if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.